It's August 22. I just wanted to follow up on some of the concepts. I don't have anything written down again. So I'm just going to try to remember some of this stuff. And if I can keep on track a little bit. But it's interesting looking at the incarnation process of our life. You know, we're here now to resolve our past and our present, our past lives even. And I know forgiveness is at the top. Okay, forget all the books. Forget all the books. If I use certain words, let's just forget the books though. Because sometimes when we use a word, it's like, therefore we must. Because I mentioned a word that maybe this book always uses. So therefore I must on everything else. So it's drawing these conclusions. That's why I just say, let's just forget all the books for a moment. And everything is sacred. So we're going to forget every sacred book. And just realize our process on the polarities, the yin and yang, the negative and positive, up and down. So the things like hate that we allow. See, if we're angry at somebody, we're giving our power to them. I think there's a little slogan there that when you're angry at somebody, I'll try to find that one and put it up. So it's how much power are we giving our power away? We already know the news is passive aggressive, the news. And sometimes they're just aggressive, but they like to be like passive aggressive too. The news is very clever. They're very good at separating. So aside from those issues of getting lost and repeating our karma, see, overcoming politics and religion, looking at it, just shine a light. That's the best. Just shine a light. We just take care of ourselves. I can't change anybody. I can shine a light around the world. We could take healing light from the healing temple. That's like all the colors of the whole Milky Way. You pass away, you go through a life review, you enter a healing temple, and all these lights are in you. And you can enter that right now. Pull all that healing light around the world to start healing the earth. While you're still here, you can do that. Like deja vu. Now that's a good one. See, understanding these concepts can link you to your higher self. You send yourself back. You do. You send yourself to these lives. You are a being, an eternal being. You were never born and you never will die. You live forever. You're a consciousness that evolved. You've been here forever. Forever. And yes, you could say you went through all the consciousness levels. A rock, a tree, a bush, animals, land, sea, and air. And now, a human being. Your consciousness could have even been on other planets as well, under their races, so to speak. And we have different races on this planet. And there's a reason for that. It's for the incarnation cycle to have the maximum yin and yang, basically, from that carnation cycle. It's the polarities. The yin and yang, the polarities, the negative, positive, what we do with our lives. Like, oh, I did that before. It feels like I did that before. Deja vu, right? It feels familiar. It's because our higher selves, I say we, myself and my higher self, I'll say we in that case. Sometimes I use they for the other side. They, like many souls, many consciousness. But so we, my higher self and I send myself back to learn, because this is a school. So I'm in a school to learn, because we're in a creator school. You're a creator. And it's like, oh, you graduate school, you get your degree, now you are able to practice. So in other words, there's no hate. We've rectified that. So, but we're a human being, and that's the most important to know, because we don't know what it's like to decay or die or a tooth fall out. We're none of those things. We live these lives to experience the emotions and feelings and move energy and ultimately become a creator. We create. We can create a situation. We can create a galaxy, a planet. We can have plant life. You can say, what, are you claiming you're God? No, you are a spark. Forget all the books, everything, a spark. All beings are sparks off the source, regardless. Everything is the source. Or as we say, God, but we charge the word with God sometimes. And then we want to claim it more over here because something worked, like healing. So healing worked, and it worked over here, so we're going to claim it and do this and this, therefore, and say this. But healing also works over here too, without doing this or that. Healing works in both places. You've heard of even the placebo effect. Some people take this medication, and then some people take the other, and the other is just water, it's placebo. And people get healed from the placebo effect. It's the mind. It's the belief in our mind. And we link into the spiritual laws of gravity, of air, of light, and of healing. If we claim healing, that's like me claiming air more. Air is just in this building, in this way. You must do it this way. It says it in this book. This is ordained. It's sacred. See, that's why I just say, let's forget the books for a moment and realize our cycle. See, maybe karma's the wrong word. Maybe that's the wrong one. How about the negative energies that we emit? And we want to interface. We want to interface with love, peace, community, respect, honor. From the heart, we create. When our eyes crystallize, our tears in our eyes will crystallize our eyes with truth, and we will see that we are eternal being. We took a body, our consciousness came in, our limited body, because we're unlimited. We don't know what it's like. We want to know what we are not. We are not limitations. We are not death. We are not decay. And we want to know feelings, because we create on a conscious. It's more physical on the other side. This is the dream. When we realize the deja vu, it's because we look back, we looked at our life, we picked our life. So how could we pick that if we died? Now that's an interesting question. Why would I pick a life if I was only 4 years old? And this treachery happened because of our past lives. How do we know where we came from? Then we might start judging and say, oh, you must have been from a bad, you must have did something really bad in your life. And then we start judging because of their badness. See, we get lost. We turn everything around. We always deflect. That's the problem. That's why there's 8 billion people now. I don't know. So it's like, how would I even know this? Where am I getting this from? Who is telling me this? This process, this metaphysics, this engineering mechanics on like a process, like if I were in that movie Back to the Future and I went into the past. So now we're in the past. Right now you're listening to my voice. We're in the past, carving out this past. Now we jump to the future ahead. And we picked and we reviewed our lives, and we know when we're going to pass away. That's the hardest concept of all. Why would I pick? Like, why would I go out in a train wreck? Why would I go out in some horrible way? Or not even live a very long life? Why would I pick this? Why would I do these things? See, it's a perception on the other side that's almost like it can react negatively on this side because it would be denied. Because we're human. And it's hard to drift. But if we look at it as a movie, we like to look at things as we go to movies and pay money. And we just escape. So I can take you on a journey on, yes, you are a creator. And I can try to explain some of these pictures. Like, I was driving down the road and I don't know, something happened and I know I shouldn't take a picture, but I did. And the way the lights did it, it was like this energy field was coming onto the windshield. It was an interesting picture. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I know it's just the phone and the shutter speeds and it created the light. And I know there's an explanation. But I also have all these 11s and 1212s and 911s lately more. So I get a lot of synchronicities. And every moment I know is precious. Like that's a blue moon. Like every second that ticks on a clock, like blue moon. Blue moon. Blue moon. Tick, tick, blue moon. Every second is precious. We don't know when we're our last breath. But we know. See, we're not going to be here in 100 years. We know that. But our ego says, not today. Not now. That's our ego. And I said that in other things, our ego is like our hand. It can close and open like a fist slowly, and when you extend it all the way, the ego, where your hand literally bends up. So it's completely from a fist. You relax it and then arch it back. See? That's the sprinkledness of the passion of the heart, where we create the universe that we see, the situation. Spinning galaxies out of our hands. Orbing the people that we love through our eternity. Lifting each other up into our creations of love. So it's always about, if I remember it, I should look at it. It's the weight of the scale. So if I ignore it, I should try to at least put a good energy to it. To say, you know what? I can see that. Okay, I see it. I did that. I act like that. And I'm going to be just more aware. It's okay, I did that, and I'll just let it float away on a bird taking it, or a dog walking by, or a leaf blowing. I just put my thought, I try to separate that a little bit. And knowing that I'm human, processing emotions, which is feelings, that's why we're here. And to move energy. See, we want that yin and yang, that positive, negative, that part where the seesaw sits on, the moment you switch your breath from in and out, it's like a light switch, you turn it and then it flicks on. That moment it flicks on, that space right there in the middle before it goes on or off. That's the passion that you are a creator from. You create from that. That's like the most smell of the rose that at its peak. See, maybe you just create a planet with all roses and they never wilt. And you have beings that live there that perhaps incarnate there. Like Atlantis, they just didn't need doctors and they lived forever, and there was mistakes made, but maybe now we've learned contentment, to be content. With love, heart, with your eyes crystallizing. That's when we're close. That's when you know. You don't need any books. You don't need any books. When your eyes have tears of water, teardrops in your eyes, and you feel your heart, that's a gateway. And when you realize right now, your higher self, you've reviewed this life. See, when we pass away, we will go through a life review. We will see the things in it from other people's eyes. So if we did something bad, we'll see that from their eyes. And I say, oh man, Daryl, I got to fix that one. I'm going to send you back again. See, I send myself back. I do that. I do. Me. We're the judge of ourselves. That's it. There's no other judge but yourself. I send myself back. You send yourself back. I cannot send you, and you cannot send me. So if I got all fast on the other tapes and they weren't organized as well, I'm sure this will be the same. But I put different kind of pictures up. And sometimes, like on those other things on the channel, like, uplifting songs, and sometimes I'll just put a few pictures, or mainly just close your eyes, I don't have a lot of pictures, so I'm leaving this so as a remembrance of my perception, because I know on the other side, when I cross over, one day, when I cross over, I understand that, like fixing my life here in forgiving myself. Now that has to be first, right? I mean, like, am I alive? Yes. Should I forgive myself for anything I've done, intentionally or unintentionally? Well, yes. Do I realize I'm not perfect? Yeah, I realize I'm not perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. I'm imperfectly imperfect. I'm imperfect. But we strive to be better. We put on our best, our makeup, and then we dive in the pool and we come out and we might feel not as, pretty or handsome or whatever. We don't feel, but we are already beautiful. See, that's what we see on the other side. On the other side, there's no judgment. There's so much love. Another soul could do something so fantastical for you on this side that you don't even know that's being done. You don't even know that's being done. They're helping you. And you don't even know it. And then when you pass away, you realize that and you actually laugh about it. That actually happens. That's an actual consciousness event when you leave your body that can happen on the other side. That's what can happen. Just like if you walk along the street and you get, whacked by a beam that fell from a building, tragedy, but you would actually just keep walking. I mean, you'd be killed instantly, but you would just keep walking for a moment or so. Like, well, how would I know this? Like, how, look, follow me. You're at a movie. Just follow me. I'm taking you on a journey. Like, yeah, this is my mind spinning. Yeah, that's me right there. The little ball going around my head. The 11s. I mean, all these 11s, and other numbers too, 1212, 1010. I look these up and sometimes they'll hook them into different meanings, But the bottom line, it's really just the other side letting you know, hey, we're connected. There's more to it. See, we're just playing a role. Once I realize that, I'm playing a character. See, if I can step out and just see that, when we pass away, we'll say, I acted like that. I can't believe it. But if we realize we're playing a character and we're acting like that, we can change that. See, we're connected to our eyes now. They crystallize with tears in our heart. We can override that character and become conscious through our heart and our eyes. That's the creatorship. That's the degree you get. When you graduate, you create from that premise, that foundation, that root, that trunk. It's beautiful. You see love. Love. See, when you look out while you're still here on this planet Earth, when you're connected like that through your eyes, your crystallized eyes, when you drive, just know, hey, my eyes are crystallized, I'm driving. I'm driving with love. So when things happen around you, it's different. It's like, oh, that's interesting. That person tried to irritate me. And I got irritated. Oh, I did that. You see? But now I'm seeing through my eyes. Like that. So I always want to come back. So I'm human. I feel it. I acknowledge it. See, it's acknowledging it. Oh, I felt insecure. Oh, I felt horrible. Oh, I felt rage. Oh, I felt I couldn't stand that person. Oh, I wanted to hurt. I wanted to send out hurt feelings. Oh, I did that. Oh, I swore. I used all that foul language. Oh, that's interesting. That's just human. I'm being human. Oh, I did that. Oh, I thought that. It's just not every little thing, right? Every little thing. Oh, I got to be so perfect, I got to be so perfect. So I didn't want to stick on the perfect like that because we're perfectly imperfect. That's why we're human. See, we always have to remember that. We're already a spiritual. We can't get any more spiritual. See, that's the conundrum because we want to feel more spiritual. We want to feel it. I don't blame you, right? We want to feel love. We want to feel spiritual because that's why we're here. We're here to actually feel love in our heart and to be able to create from our heart and our eyes, our crystallized eyes. When they tear up, we talk about power. We like the word power, the ego, power. When your eyes crystallize, they have tears. That's the power. You. And you send yourself back. Once we realize that, once we say, you know what? Oh, maybe you want to come back. And that's fine. So you could realize that and then choose the life that you would like to choose. And you can have other souls support that. Because that's how much souls love you. See, when you're born, there's a soul with you through your whole life. And there could be, as we call them, guides or guardian angels. You might say, well, I don't believe in angels and all that stuff. See, forget all the books. See, an angel could just be energy source, consciousness of a being that you knew in a past life that's with you. They're with you while you're in the physical. They're in the spiritual. They're orbiting you. Now they come into the physical with you. Into your life. They enter your life at some point. These things are happening. We talk about fate. Oh, I met this person in this situation. And if one little thing was different in my life, that situation would have happened and then I would have never met that person. See, we're looking back at our life now, and this is the hardest concept. We actually know how we're going to die, when we're going to die, and how it's going to happen. I mean, just everything about it. Like when it happens, you'll be like, oh yeah, I knew that. And some people might be saying, the gall, how could you even say that? There's tragedies. What about a whole building with 3,000 people? I mean, okay, on the other side, you could be saying, you know what? I think I want to go out in a train wreck, see how that is. I mean, just something crazy like that, right? It's literally, talking to our higher selves can rectify a lot of that. We can turn the Titanic now from any tragedy. This timeline is not written. Even in the future, somebody can come back 20,000 years ahead of us, come back 20,000 years. We're in the past, they're past. And saying, if you continue to do this, we won't exist. To a military constellation that had nuclear weapons. It was a secret base. They had to change that. Or World War III could have happened. Things happen that we have no idea. How close we come to a nuclear annihilations. With submarine malfunctions, with nuclear silo shutdowns, malfunctioning, ticking down. Do you think the military is going to tell you how close the world came? How do we know our own sun won't nova? Oh, but it's been there for billions of years and we've studied all the suns, but we do know suns explode. yeah, chances are it's okay. But you never know. See, every moment is precious. When someone leaves the house, will they come home again? See, it's about the feeling. Always feel alive. It's about feeling alive. When the person you know comes back home, the one you care about, be more present. I am more present. I time jump back. See, put yourself a couple years ahead. Say, oh, if I could only go back in time on that day, on that moment, and started today, like right now, and just started here today. Just been a little more. But see, we get sidetracked. Not to jump around, but I've had so many weird, I know I mentioned this probably, maybe, but I was driving down the road and I just turned on the radio and it said, "Thank you, Daryl." It was just so weird. It was like I was thinking, and all of a sudden it's like a communication. It's like seeing an 11:11. Or, you wake up and it's 1:11 a.m. You just wake up and open your eyes because I have the clock projected on the ceiling. So then all of a sudden, like 1:11, or it's 11:11 p.m. I go to bed early, like 9, and I fall asleep, and then I just wake up 11:11. I walk in the kitchen, I see 11:11 on the stove, or I just pull my phone out of the pocket, 11:11 or 1:11, or other combinations, 10:10. That's another one. These are communications. It's easy for the other side to use electronics. Sometimes you could have static on things, they could mess with electronics, things like that. There's a lot of things that happen that, we want to know the answer. Like when we pass away, we float above our body, and some people may come back, near death, NDE. And if that happens and they report something terrible or negative, that won't hold. And I know I already said that. I repeat things. I suffer from PTSD over 20 years. I've mentioned that. And I've mentioned things, some injustices like curing cancer, Brzezinski. I mentioned that on another video. Driving down the road with the, with the lights looking like electricity, and just the way the ones, from some of the washer and dryer, that was, 3 years ago, seeing the ones, 11:11, and I was literally going crazy, sitting on the couch. I started the washer, hour 38 minutes, close the door, I go to the couch, I watch TV, but I'm just all kind of fired up and angry, and I'm just saying, fine, if this is really true, if this is true, like what I'm sensing about like the other side and my perceptions, then I want to go in there and I'm going to see 111 on that washer right now. I get up from the couch, I open the door, and I see 111. That was so wild. That was like so wild. I'm like pulling out my phone, I'm trying, but so while that's going on, I just like I hear, now you get it? It was kind of like that. It wasn't yelling or shaming me or something like that, And then I heard, now you get it? Just softer. So I don't know. It just comes down to perceptions. All these pictures that I've taken, like with these, ones in the washer, when I went in there and I heard, now you get it? And I was like, I get it. I get it. I was like, yeah. Sometimes I could relive it and feel it again, and it's just wild. It's wild. And then I think it was like, whatever it was, 2 or 3 months ago, I think I still had, I know I was confused because I did get a new washer and dryer, but I think at that time I still had the old one because it was still an hour and 38 and I had different times. Like I think it was 56, we'll just say, minutes on the dryer. And then the washer had an hour 38. So I closed the door, this was 2 months ago, and just watched TV. And then I just checked on it. I walk in there and there's 11 minutes left on the washer and 11 minutes left on the dryer. I just thought that was so wild. And then like a month ago, it was like the same thing. I walk in there, same thing. I said it different times. Oh, that's now I had the new washer and dryer. I think that was, and there were still different times. I remember that one was like 78 minutes, and the other was 50 some minutes. There are different times for sure. And then I walked in there, it was a 14:14. You know, it just, when you get keep getting those, and just today, like I walked in the kitchen, it was 11 a.m. I just wow, it still happens, still. And I was like, oh, well, of course, we're in synchronicities. Everything's a synchronicity, and I think that, I'm by myself, I'm alone, I'm detached, I don't have any connection spiritually. I just feel detached, disassociated. See, that's being human. Like depression and anxiety, PTSD, reliving things, reliving traumas, not feeling adequate or scared or worried. Those type of anxieties can, take one over, and OCD can develop. Plus the autism that I had with growing up, autistic, because I looked up autism, and then I had I have that. Start, diagnosing myself in a way. But we grow up and we're responsible, and I have to take accountability, for my own actions, which comes down to the negativities, or people call it your karma. There's ripples, there's karmatic waves, there's karmatic events. Like if one were trying to take their life, don't do it. The first thing is we try to get back in our body. It's traumatic. It's desperately trying to get back in. So that's just so I know it. I don't want to go through that. So I just go through the misery. Okay. Because suicidal ideations, that's what PTSD, it's you just can't take it. So I think that's, for 20 years, and then 3 years ago, the 11s, and then 2 years. So about the last 2 years, it's I kind of understand a little better, when a person passes away, how do you know? And, I don't know. It's weird. It's am I alive? Yes. So it just sort of comes in like that, just basic. It's I just forget the books and realize, there's other beings that live in our Milky Way. There's over 1,000 different beings. There's so many individual beings on an individual planet, they're on a planet with one race. That's why our planet is sort of over in the corner. It's unique. See, understanding that in itself is almost mind-blowing, that we're an experiment, that we've been genetically altered over 60 times. That's why I show you Einstein, or whatever that is, the EM squared thing. We want to know. We want to know. What happens to our consciousness? What's the first thing that happens when we leave our body? We're still our personality. We take the love. If there's any love, we take that love. Now, if I was just imagining, if I just had total hate, and I died like that, hate, then, well, you're taking the hate with you, and obviously, guess what happens? Your self, your higher self, is going to say, dude, all you did was hate. Okay, we're going to go pick a life and try to fix that with the other people. So these other people are going to enter our lives at some point. This is like the greatest computer program matrix puzzle to put together. You're orbiting other souls, other consciousness, if you will, other beings. And then we take a body and are born and grow up. And there's other beings from other worlds. But this one has all the different races, and we have to be all the races, all the genders, everything. We are already everything already. We're already land, sea, and air, all the animals. Now we're at this conscious level. And if we realize that we have to be all races, we just shine a light. We look at people through crystallized eyes and heart, and we honor and respect the being, and we send our love from our heart through our eyes. through our mouth. And we have our heart around our ears to filter negativities, not take them personally, you know? It's hard to do that, but we step back. We put those on a train. Just put those negative judgments on trains. Let them shoot out. That's not us. Doesn't matter. Even we'll put our stuff on there too, our crap. Let's put our luggage on there. Just send it out for a little bit. Let's just go to the core. We're inside the eye of the hurricane. Our consciousness. We look through things love. We don't want to be programmed with hate. We don't want to be told who to hate, how much to hate, and you should do this. And if you don't, we will ostracize you with our energies. We don't want to do that. Just project love. If I'm in a religion, project love. Oh, but they're telling you, you can't do this and you can't do it. Just project love. I don't want to, okay, fine then. Then I'm not going to show up so much, I guess, over there, maybe. I can still project love. It's like if someone tells me I have to do here, or I have to go here, I have to climb a mountain to be more spiritual. I'm already spiritual. Now go climb the mountain. Now hug your child. Now hug your parents. Now read the book. Now go to the store. See, I'm already. There's nothing to reach for. Oh, but if I do this service and I give a certain amount, I will be more. If I just do this, I'll be a little, see, you're already. I am already as spiritual as I could get. I've already lived forever. Remember that. You developed into this consciousness now. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates. There's frequencies and vibrations. There's extraterrestrial life, other beings. Some of their DNA is within us because their carnation cycle is a singular race. Ours has their DNA within us, plus we are all these different races on this planet. If we could process through that with love and exit with love in our heart and look at spirits and souls and energy and love and not weaponizing the distortions of this 3D earth, which is the muddiness of it, the negativity. And we use skin color to weaponize too. That should never happen. See, we'll send ourselves back again. Ourself will send us back. Oh, you weaponized, you did this, you looked here, you were judging. See? We do that to ourselves. Once we realize that we're free. We're free. Through our eyes that are crystallized and our heart. That's the magic right there. Your teardrops. That's sacred. That's like a drop of water from the ocean. The ocean is in the drop. You're a spark of the source. The source is in the spark. Yes, the ocean is turbulent in the spark. There is yin and yangs, there's polarities. Just like life. Life happens. It's forgiveness, forgiving myself, forgiving others, no matter what. Forgiving our parents, our whole family tree, and our own past lives, and our own past relationships that we've encountered. Forgive them all. Send love. Invite them to your creation of love. That's what I would do. You know, you might have been seeing different pictures, brain waves, shows the alpha waves, you know. I've been putting all kinds of pictures up of the moon, you know, just different things. You know, just different things. Like, for instance, the little smokestack on the moon. That's a good one. Yeah, we have to question. We have to question that. I mean, remember the movie Contact where they built the big dish, the radio, so they can receive an extraterrestrial signal that we could confirm life is in other worlds out there. And yet, in 1968, you know, Apollo 8 with their video camera captures a little smoke coming out of a smokestack on the moon. in 1968. We landed on the moon with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in 1969. And yet we ignore that. And yet we're waiting for a radio signal to come back, like in the movie Contact, right? At the big dish, right? SETI, right? Waiting for the signal to to come back. And yet, on our own moon, there's a pipe with smoke coming out. And we totally ignore that. Never raise an eyebrow. It's on my channel. Just go to my channel and look for Apollo 8. I'll try to put it in here. A little pictures of it, maybe. Maybe I can put it in here. I'll squeeze it in right here. And then you can see it. I'll do the best I can with pictures. But it's belief. Belief is difficult. We're taught maybe a polka dot sky from the beginning. Like if the mother was listening to music and the child was born, they might be musical. Same thing with violence. If they come from it could be violence. But see, with crystallized eyes, they're going to see truth already. They're going to have that veil of protection, of karmatic protection. That's what I created with my friend. That's a benefit that will happen so when babies are born on this side, on planet Earth, their eyes will already be crystallized. Once they cry, their eyes they'll be developing in that already, not learning this in their later in life. They'll already be learning it as they grow in life. See, most people just want to go to bliss, the garden, the place of no pain. When we pass away, the pain is the remorse and the regrets. Our higher selves, our self will send us back. That's it. That's the bottom line. We can learn from everybody's a teacher. Everybody. We can learn something. We can just look at that person and learn something if we're open to learning. Just like ourselves. We use the mirrors. The mirrors are good. You can capture the sun in the mirror, a mountain, and you can just turn it and see yourself. You can capture yourself. You can reflect out the light. No darkness can go in. The sun, no darkness can go into the sun. That's you. The photons are in you. Your consciousness rides the photons like a surfer on a surfboard riding a wave. You're a creator. We create with our heart, with our eyes, crystallize with tears. That's where your creatorship is created from. We always go back to that. And we forgive. And we can live in that bliss, in that paradise. And we never have to choose a lesson like this again, because we fixed the karma. We forgive. We know the value of life, of love, of to create a place of love. That's what I want to remember. So this would be my last message that I post. I know I get all fast because the PTSD is difficult. It can get my mind racing, depressed, anxiety, suicidal ideations, and then all these 1s, 11s, and it's like, oh, and then, oh. Just realizing things on more of a basic level. We can get very complex with metaphysics and dimensions and constructs and the way we see other souls. I mean, we shouldn't ignore the moon, that smokestack. I mean, that's just a fact. you know. I mean, there's so many unknowns with the extraterrestrials and what we're doing as a government, you know, reverse engineering, these crafts that we can actually bring down with a wave, particle wave, and it disrupts, it locks on and disrupts instantly. And I actually saw a video where it like darted out with the ray went up. I can't remember where that was, but you know, you see these things, but now with AI, everything is like, oh, well, that's AI, that's fake. But you know what's real is your heart. So we always come back to that, no matter what kind of a day we had. Like if I go to sleep, I just want to know that I could go to that paradise, that place of peace, that place of love, that place of more physical than here. Here is the dream. It's a physical one. I mean, some people call it a matrix. See, we have consciousness. We can link in to the healing temple on the other side. We can heal the earth. We can send our energy around the earth, into the earth, expand it out into the whole Milky Way, through the entire universe, endlessly going, through all the constructs. You're a creator. There are 8 billion creators on this earth. See, beings come here because they know that if you go through earth, you can become a creator. That's never been heard before, not too much. Maybe some books do get into that you know, that they, you know, use the word God, and if you, now you are like God, and then we have all these movies of God and thunderbolts coming out, you know, and we have this image of God and we claim it. You know, that's why I think source is better to use the word source in this instance, because we anchor a lot to that word. So, but that's fine. I mean, you say God, source. If God is the source and source is God, then there's no problem. Then everything is God. But we want to say, you have to do this and this and this, you know, and if you do this and that, that's not good, because it says it here that that's wrong, you know. And we talk about that with genders and things like, you have to be every gender, just to let you know. So if there's any judgments around that you'll just send yourself back again to realize that, oh, I shouldn't have a judgment. So yeah, I don't want to judge anything. Nothing. I just want peace. You know, I want love. I want to see the truth. I don't want to be told who to hate. I don't want to turn on a channel and just have to go through all that. You know, it's like an electronic battlefield, reporting about the viciousness of this reality with bombs and bullets and knives and everything else you can imagine. This is considered hell. You know, people do bad things and you say, oh, you're going to go to hell. Well, yeah, you're going to send yourself back again and probably pick another one, another tough one. You know, but if we just realize it right now, we can turn it. We can turn our Titanic. Maybe we can miss the whole iceberg. Maybe. Oh, we might hit it. Maybe I shaved off. Maybe I only have one more lifetime to go now. Maybe I got it down to one. You know, I know some people want to come back and say, you know, I want to be this, and they can do that. And I have total respect. They're warriors. You know, I mean, my wife wants to come back. You know, I say, are you sure? You know, sometimes I do try to, you know, maybe now's the time I'll ask. Now she wants to come back. You know, I find this life more painful. So it's just, you know, like the decaying process of the body. You got to deal with that. Plus the way the world is. And plus our own needs and wants and desires. You know, and just to survive the the weather. Are we housed or not housed? Is there justice? Is there injustices? And then all those things we have to manage. We have to survive in this world with what is available in this moment. So we pray and we put our minds and we meditate, or these are all forms of prayer, thoughts, and we direct them more intensely. Sometimes we feel if we're sitting at an ocean, we can really direct it, but we could just be sitting anywhere and direct it with the same intensity. Maybe I'll just think I'm at an ocean, wherever I am, and I'll just think. See, we want to feel more spiritual. It always comes down to that. Just remember, I already am. You already are spiritual. We already are. I know it's so weird we have it backwards. I have it backwards. I'm already a spiritual being. I'm in a body now, a container. That's a joke for the Greys. They call us containers. The extraterrestrial race known as Greys, they use the word containers. We were also genetically modified over 60 times. This is all as a result, as an experiment for an incarnation cycle as to become a creatorship, a higher level of incarnation, a higher level of creation. It's yin and yang. That's just a spiritual law. It's like gravity. That's the way I see it. It's a different perception. And you could tie in certain books and certain this, but just remember, see, a lot of people say, well, therefore you must do everything that book says. Then you must. See, that's the trap. All books are written by people. Oh, but this is ordained. I know, we get crazy. I mean, people lied 5,000 years ago, 4, 3, 2, 1, 500 years ago, 200 years ago. I mean, there was a thing, right? The Salem witch trials, right? Little kids pointing their fingers, that person's a witch, they must die, chop their head off, right? I mean, it's crazy. And things are no different today. We just use computers, more sophisticated guns and bombs. We do those things to hurt and bully and ridicule, And we want fairness and equality, and we want equal rights for everybody, and medical. I mean, it would be nice, huh? Everybody had medical. We didn't even have a worry. 1,000 years from now, that will be the case. There won't be any of the suffering like there is today with medically. The desperation of it all. Homelessness will be gone. That will be gone. 1,000 years from now, that's what will happen. So I just want to live. I want to take the energy, take the love, project that out. Just ride on a river of love. Let my guardian angels and guides guide me where I need to go. The creation's created. It's out of my hands. It's already done. It's already done. You can stand on this planet and pull up the energy from the earth and put your arms out and integrate that energy out of your hand around the world, expanding it out from the inside of the earth out into the Milky Way. A new creation has emerged for a karmatic cycling process, a chance to break free. See, everybody's a creator. Please invite me to your creation. See, there's no treachery and deceit and decay in these creations. All these creations are based on love through crystallized eyes. Live your life. Love your life. Love the people around you. Shine light. Look past our own shortcomings. We are perfectly imperfect. We don't try to fix anybody. We don't beat ourselves up. We take our boxing gloves off. We forgive ourselves. And we forgive others. And that's the way we walk each day. Aware. We're conscious. We now realize we've played a character and now we're conscious of it. On this side, we're connected to the other side and this side simultaneously. So I'm going to end this one under an hour, 56 minutes. Oh, 5 and 6 are 11. Speaking of 11s. It's a lot of 11s I've had. I even got one today. So it's amazing. It is amazing. You're a miracle. I just say, I'm a miracle. I'm alive right now. I am a creator. I can move energy. I'm in this body to experience emotions, which are feelings. And feelings can have lag time. They can drag. On the other side, everything is instant. But feelings can drag. And knowing that, we just project love and understanding. And compassion with our heart. And I remember when I have tears in my eyes, I connect to everything. Everything. I connect to my higher self. I connect to the universe. I connect to the other side. The folding of the hands, the physical and the spiritual, the veil. I'm within the veil. Simultaneous time. Deja vu. I can see myself looking at myself, reviewing this life that I'm living now. If I can see that now, then I'm connected to my higher self right now. It's like reverse psychology. It's reversed. You're in the past right now. I'm looking at myself in the future, looking back, reviewing this life, this moment right now. I'm looking at myself. I'm waving at myself. Say hi. Hi, future self. And my future self, hi. Oh, you're in the past. See, it's simultaneous time right there. I connected. You are a spiritual being that lives forever. You are already spiritual. You cannot get any more spiritual than you already are. Now drive. Now go to the store. Now hug. Now love. You are already. Shine a light. And we're human. Our shortcomings and flaws, just, yes, I forgive myself. That's fine. That's fine. I do that. I'm weak here. I'm insecure here. I'm afraid here. These are normal, human. I'm human. I'm human. I know I never die. It's like, that's where, oh, but if I don't do this, if I don't do this, I won't live forever. If I don't go through this process, I won't be a candidate to live forever. You already are living forever, already. Forget everything on this planet. Before you even came to this planet, you live forever already. You're a consciousness developed now. You've been everything. You've actually been a rock. And you know what you said? Oh, life is slow. And that was it. I was a rose. It didn't last long, see? Some things went very quickly, like a bush, a plant, an animal, land, sea, and air, and then this consciousness, and then this karmic cycle. It's a development. See, you're an energy source learning love and heart. How do you do that? You have to take a body. And now consciousness has developed from that. Your imprint. When you leave your body, you're you. You merge. We merge into our higher selves. And we look back at our lives, and then we'll eventually probably pick another one, because we're going to send ourselves back to fix the past karmas, to fix our own. But if we realize it now, we do not have to come back. If we realize that we have to be every race, we do not have to come back, because we were already every race. This is the last race that we're at. Wherever we're at now, if we realize that, this is the last one. You've already been every other race. You've been everything. You've been starving, you've been full, you've been rich, you've been poor. You've been everything. This could be your last round. This could be. It's just realizing it. Forgiveness. It says forgiveness. Oh, I just didn't forgive good enough. I just keep repeating myself. I say that same thing over and over every day. Just please forgive me. And I repeat it. So that's interesting. I do that. Oh. I say the same thing. What, isn't one time good enough for the other side? You know? And well, we're human. We do those things because we just want to make sure we're heard. See, we want to be heard and understood. We don't want to make mistakes. How do I know? How do I know this is just one big delusion? And this is just all in my head. Well, if it wasn't for those 11s and synchronicities, I mean, there was one where I was watching the video that I uploaded. The first one, it's not very good with the pictures, because it's just, once you get to the 11s, it's just like 11s are on there. So you just close your eyes, like, and would listen. And I just ramble, you know. But when I was listening to it, because I just wanted to hear how it sounded. You know, I upload it into YouTube, and then I played it back. And I think I talked about that on the You Are Creator one, but I hit the pause button, and I'll try to post that video, or the picture I took. It was like 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds. That just blew my mind. I wasn't even looking. I just reached for the remote, the first time I've ever paused it, and I said, I'm just going to pause it here. I don't know. I just grabbed the remote. I wanted to pause. I probably wanted to go to the restroom. And I just paused it, and it was, that 1 hour, and I'll put it right here so you can see it. Yeah, it's just, see, these things amaze me. Like, what are the odds of that? I mean, 11th, 10th of a second, and I've been seeing these 11s for 3 years. I mean, I wake up and it's 1:11, not every night, but it still happens. It happens to my wife. I think my sister had it, happen. She saw a few, I mean, I'm not getting into a lot of details. I wouldn't even open my mouth with a lot of these concepts because it could be challenging, and we live in paradigms and paradoxes. So, the way we think, So I like to show these positive things, the little sayings I put on the video here, pictures of this and that. Some pictures may not make sense, but like there's one of my sister did of my mom or something, and at the piano. So she did an artwork, and that's like my mom behind in the spirit, and so the piano there, So I post that. But life is precious and life is short and life goes by very fast. Ask the people you know that passed away. Just out loud, yeah, how fast did life go? How fast did it go, Mom? And she would say, yeah, it went by fast. I'm not here anymore. Yeah, it's fast. Because they're gone, physically. So physically, we only last so long. And some people just, from very young to very old, you never know when your time is up. That's why every moment is precious. That's why that synchronicity, and the last concept is, once in a blue moon that happens. Well, every moment is that blue moon. So that's what I was told from the other side. Every moment is precious, like tick, 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 the seconds that we live by, precious. It's precious in the heart. So I'm just trying to end now. I just wanted to have a positive note, because I'm not going to be here forever. I know that. And at least I'll have this channel. And I don't know, if someone were to listen to some of the other stuff on the channel, it could help. It's helped me. Like Empower Yourself. There's Empower Yourself on the channel. That helped me. Or, Calm Your Mind. Or just those little things on there, Even To Remember. That was a funny one that I got. To remember. If you listen to that one on the channel, that's kind of funny. It's this like subconscious things we want to remember. We want to become conscious, and we walk around, unconscious. It's like trying to remember the soap in the shower. You fully intended every day to, get the soap, and every time, I'm going to replace the bar of soap, and it got smaller, and and it's so small, and for sure, I'm going to replace the soap, and I forget, and that's natural. It's normal to go unconscious. So that's what we do. See, that's what we're not. See, when our bodies sleep, we don't sleep. Our consciousness, we leave our body. It's almost like an NDE, except NDE is more traumatic, and when we go to sleep, it's like a rippling river. Although we can have these nightmares and dreams and crazy things that are disturbing, too. Like, what does that mean? Why am I having these kind of dreams? Well, that could be from past karmic lives. Past lives dealing with karmic events. And those come out in these kind of nightmarish dreams because things weren't resolved. That's why I say forgive our past. Oh, but I forgave my past and I still have nightmares. Your method does not work. You're full of crap. So, I bought your book, but, it didn't work, So we have all these expectations, An expectation is an upset waiting to happen. So if I expect something and it doesn't happen, I'm going to get upset. That's why I say it that way. An expectation is an upset waiting to happen. So I just try to remember like simple little sayings like, oh, how about that? Or that's special. Or interesting. Like, maybe I'm showing you pictures of the moon and I don't have the greatest pictures here. It's not good. I mean, they're not like 4K or anything. But you could go to YouTube and just say like, I want to see like 4K pictures on Mars, and you'll see, from the rovers and the robots that we've sent, you could actually see, pictures. I mean, it's amazing, really. So you could just do that. You could go anywhere in the world. You could see anything you want. You can say, I want to see Hawaii. I want to see a volcano. I want to see, the jungle. I mean, you could just say that and you can just be going there, and someone could have a flyover and you can see all these great positions instead of traveling for, 20 hours. So I don't know. I just got sidetracked, but it's a way of life. A way of life. A way of looking, perceiving, how I perceive. Just myself. I do things, am I aware? Oh, I did that. Like just starting off with stuff like that. So when I can listen to this back, I'll say, oh yeah, I'll just be a little more positive here. I'll just have a positive thought. I'm not going to think about all the troubles of the world and all the things I need to do right now. Just forget it all. Just forget it all. Right now, I'm going to soar spiritually. Since I'm already living forever, I'm a spirit that lives forever. I'll shut my eyes and I will interface in the energy of the quantum contanglement field of energy. A spiritual source of energy, a connection. I want to be a creator. I want to create beauty. And it's already been done. Down to the details. It's good to be detailed too. And you could always add to it. So you could always add. Like you could have created that a year ago and you might just say, that's right. I want to add this. And it's added just like that. Because it's of love. And if there's anything like I forgot, like that was really really, really, like really important. You know, one of those things that if you didn't like articulate it in some way in your creation, it just might be like, you know, it might not be right, you know, because you forgot something. Well, then you just add to it. You know, you fix it, so to speak. You improve it. You throw more love at it, you know, your heart, your eyes. See, there's honor, there's respect, there's love, there's wanting to survive at ascension levels. That's why this planet and all these different races, that's why we're all races now. And we're all genders. See, knowing that, this is our last round if we know that, deep down. Just like the sun is coming up tomorrow. We know it gets sunny and dark. We know we're alive, yes. So if we know just that will happen, that this is our last round, if we realize these things, our karmic cycles, we can free ourselves. So yeah, I've been trying to wrap this up, but maybe I need to add a few more pictures or still continue the journey. It's about being free. Oh, and if you did listen to something like my other two long, I think You Are a Creator, then I have one with the synchronicities. That's the one I paused with the 1 hour and 11 minutes, 11 seconds. And I'll try to post that picture. That just always blows my mind. I had that happen before in another movie. I just like paused it. It was like, you know, same thing, 1 hour, 11 minutes, you know, I was like, what? You know, I forget the miracles, you know, just everything's a miracle. The planet, life, preciousness. There's so many avenues to go down, like, and there's so many spiritual walks, like, well, who's right? Which way is the correct way? Am I being subconsciously programmed? Everything is stuffed in the subconscious. Once I knew that, then it's like, oh, if I could just separate myself from the depression and not feel it. See, I don't want to feel anxiety and depression. I just want to feel joy and love. That's like the other side, there's no judgment. It's like, oh, good. But see, I can't take my life because then I know I'm going to send myself back. That's just what happened, and it's harder. And then I try to desperately get back in, and the people, like the wreckage and just everything that goes along with that, it's just horrible. It's just, no. So I ride it out each day, like, you know, because we could have a thought like, oh, life is tough, I can't stand it. You know, it's not worth it, you know. And then I think, well, wait a minute, you know, I have this in my life, I have this in my, and we do a gratitude check. We should do that. You know, be grateful for what we do have. Whatever we have something. I know, then you say, well, nobody has that, and they're living under a freeway, and they're suffering, and yes, that exists, and it's horrible. And if I'm that person, it's even worse because it's me, you know, and save me out of there, you know. It's brutal. That's why compassion comes in. And when we see that, our heart does go out in this. We do what we can with the energy work. We can. And maybe we can do something physically with, you know, we help with food or something, we do something more. But do we feel guilty? I didn't do this. And then we vacillate back and forth. And should I do this? And should I do that? Should I fast? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I eat? Should I not? You know, we go through this. Should I take this trip? Should I not? We should all over ourselves because we want to be a little more. We want to feel life. We want to experience it. We want emotions and feelings. You know, some people just sit in a room with nothing, just to learn, just to be with themselves, not do anything. No music, nothing. Silence. No artwork, blank wall. Nothing, no furniture. Some people do this to learn. Oh, should I do this? Have you done? No, I haven't done that one. I think that would drive me crazy. Life's hard enough, okay? I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I don't know how long I could last. But do I have a desire? See, someone says, oh, well, you should do this and you should do that. This will make you more spiritual. See, it always comes down to that. It's not. The ego is going to charge off of that and you're going to feel more spiritual. But you're not. You're already spiritual. See, that's one thing I never want to forget. Because it's so easy to forget that because we're human. We're in a human body and we have flaws. That's why it's almost impossible to link those two together. So it's the ego, the ego is right there next to it. So I said, oh, the ego wants to take credit and it wants to say, I can do all this. See, it's in a conundrum in itself. The ego is the open hand, remember, it's part of us. Just like we forgive ourselves, we forgive our ego. We love ourselves, we love our ego too. But we don't love it when it acts like a fool, egotistical, know-it-all. Oh, you think you know this, and you're judging this over here, saying that's not, and this is it, and that. See, we think it's this or that. It's usually this and that. It's both. It's this and that. I can get, real narrow and irritated and frustrated, and those all ingredients of hate, especially the frustration. That's like one of the main ingredients. You get frustrated, like you turn on news, and next thing you know, you're hating on somebody. They're good at that. See, if we can escape the two heavy hitters, which is religion and politics, if we could dodge those two bullets, you pretty much can advance to the head of the creator school class. You get past those two, and then of course you dive down, and it could be, racial and life, like having a child, family, and just how you conduct yourself as a person, And we forgive ourselves. Oh, I have to be so perfect and do this and that. It's an awareness of love. It's awareness of love. Say, well, if I love anybody else, I have to love myself first. So I love myself, I forgive myself. Simple as that. And then I just want to move forward. So, well, I have all these. Well, fine. If these thoughts come up to say, you know what? Then I would have did that different. If I could jump back in time, then I would make a different decision. If not, then I just send healing energy and forgive me, and I forgive them. I do that, and then I move on. It's just the weight of the scale. If I ignore and say screw it, then I didn't really address it. I didn't want to fix it. I'll fix that later. It's a small thought. It doesn't mean anything. Or I had a problem with something, and then someone would say, oh, well, that happened years ago. Why are you making such a big deal about it? See, it's all how we respond to someone when someone reaches out and says something to us. When we turn on the TV, when it's said to us. But when people are engaging us. See, it's how we reflect back. Am I reflecting back light? Is there negativity entering me? Is that darkness entering the sun? If I'm reflecting the sunlight from the mirror, I use the mirror analogy, just like the hand opening, closing, the fist and opening, arching with the ego. So same thing, the mirror, I capture the sunlight. So I drill that into my head because that's so important, because we walk around and immediately someone could cut us off in traffic and we revert, fight or flight, step back. Or if we tell them something about the moon, I don't believe that. I mean, this is not going to come on the 6 o'clock news, and we don't even care to look, frankly. We don't care. We just want to live our life, make it through the day. Hopefully we have groceries, and our day is complete somehow. And, we sleep and we wake up and we do it all over again, But while we're doing that process day in and day out, I just try to learn, so when I'm listening to this, I'm not closed. I'm open. I'm not going to judge people. I don't want to waste any more energy with that stuff. Like it's bad enough just when I look at myself in the mirror and, well, I don't do that. I did this, and, I'm not doing this enough. I beat myself up. I'm not exercising enough or whatever, like that. I have my boxing gloves on and I go a few rounds with myself because I'm human. I said, well, you know what? I'm perfectly imperfect. And the way the world is and, everything, with social media, everybody, is happy and looking good and, right on the edge of it all, They're living life. And that's good to live that life. But I don't want to forget. See, it's so easy to forget and revert and to go unconscious. So take the sunlight, the photons. They can go through walls, cement. They're in the room with you. Even if you sucked all the air out, the photons would still be in the container from the sun. Can't stop it. That can charge you up. You can integrate spiritually. You can back yourself up from the whole planet and see the whole planet and shower a ray of love over it. You can use your hands to direct energy. Because you're from a place of peace, heart, in your eyes. With tears in your eyes, it's the most powerful connection, most powerfulest. I leave you with this: stay in love. Reflect sunlight and walk in the spirit of love.